Hello and welcome to the Real Life Show, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Jonathan. It's a platform where we get to engage, interact, learn from icons, gurus, moguls, trendsetters, trailblazers, difference makers, and world changers. You know what I'm talking about. And sitting next to me, the young legend, like I call him all the time. I'm sitting with him for the second time. This particular episode was a special request from somewhere I won't mention, but just some follow-up questions and lessons to pick from the life of this guy and a certain topic that we are looking at, basically, branding, intellectual property, and what else? Let me get my notes here. Creativity, yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, Chanda Brian. Chanda, welcome to the show, man.
Thank you so much, boss. How you
Good.
been?
I've been okay, man. How are you?
Oh, good.
3 stores now, eh?
We're pushing.
Yeah.
We're still opening some more.
Some more?
Yeah.
How many more to go before the year
My
ends?
target is 10 before my birthday.
Before your birthday. When is your birthday?
June 14th.
Oh, mine is in July, on the 17th of July.
That's my neighbor's day.
Yeah. But how's school going?
School is tough, I won't even lie. But
Okay.
I'm done this year. We're pushing.
Yeah, it's your final
This is
year.
my final year and I'm done with everything. We can now focus on work.
Great.
Yeah.
Great. Now, last time we had a conversation, we were talking about you getting inspiration from your grandmother. And I would like you to just dive deep into that because I want people to have an understanding of where you came from, your entrepreneurial skills came from, and how it speaks into the person that you are today.
Okay.
The kind of business that she did and the creativity that she put into maximizing one business and diversifying to different types of businesses.
Okay, so as I said earlier before, I
Yeah.
grew up with my grandparents.
That was in Soloisi.
Yeah, Soloisi, from grade 1 up to grade 9. So my grandma is mostly into business.
Yeah.
I've been seeing from my childhood even till now. I was we're even talking about a project. She wants now to do this fish farming and stuff.
Wow.
Like she just wants, she keeps going, and which motivates me day by day. So growing up, my grandma, was staying, my grandma, my granddad, some cousins, and grandpa retired. I should have been in grade 4.
Yeah.
Grade 3 to 4. Then my grandma engaged herself in all these different businesses. The first one I could remember, Akweta Kantemba Ku Abban. Yeah, so it was that thing, they'll take you to school.
Yeah.
As usual, then she'll be Pakantemba they're selling. Then when you knock off, before you go home, it was either we're taking turns.
Yeah.
So I'll carry on with helping herself, they pay and change, or maybe just helping out. Sometimes I would even just sit sitting around the village sticker. That's my biscuit. I was slowly learning.
Yeah.
I didn't know the future would be like this, honestly,
Yeah.
but I feel she's really helped me a lot to shape me up in the person I am. Then after that, we moved to Stadium. That's where Grandpa built his fine house. We wanted to settle and stuff like that. Yeah, so there she had, when we just reached, okay, it was quite in the bush and stuff like that, but how she capitalized still amazes me. So she engaged into fritters. So quite by Danga Mwainuka, you find her by the veranda, Mwako Shembaola, it would be all stories, Walepango Tumbua, just like that. Then early morning when going to school, we had someone who was selling fritters by Mema. Then she had many spots, I won't lie. Then she also engaged the young people.
Yeah.
Then she would give them something, not like disturbing their school schedule. She would listen to them, no, fresh time. And then she no, I saw send a bucket after Tumbua, Washa, Noapuisha, Wakasha, and after so.
Commission.
Yeah, just like that. So from that, I've gained so much vast knowledge actually that has shaped me into the person I am. Then, forgot one part again. Yeah, my granddad as well. Yeah, the minibus. So I was always the problem. I don't know why. Whatever I can't send the one. I would be like, Inga panga, break.
Yeah.
So,
that was like you driving?
No, I wasn't driving. Just like he would drive when taking us to school at the minibus. So we would be in the passenger seat for 4.
And then I was
yeah. Tensende kwa bantu.
And then nobody fish.
Nalabalanza kwa ya break. Sometimes that same money again ya break to areve but wale sunga my friend milembo. Pakuisa twakenda or saving money to buy a game kaseg. So wale sunga for money fina trezonga. And we managed to buy it with those same simple saving methods. Wow. Then from the filters I remember because while I was staying, how she expanded all this, while I was staying it was near a riverside. So from there she planted pineapples like around the whole yard. Then the pineapples after yakula filia, we would have different marketeers by so called like people who come with my vans. So there would be me again, Naraba could depend. Mtunga mde become Impiana Mulipira and stuff like that. So me I was finding it fun. I had no idea it was helping me shape up into who I am today. Yeah. Then from that business again, what's going on? So she had now put sugar canes, and it just took like a year. Like, because the land was very fertile there. Fiakula again, marketeers would come. Like, she started getting known now. So wale mnafiata kwa dog. And after the pen, the pen that finances on this, and then from that she also engaged into farming, vale become a rep, mataba, people, vale amba fiokula odanom. Because the land it's big, like it's very big. Then talking about us staying near the riverside, no, actually it was like a whole swampy area full of water. So from nowhere she found some men, fish pond. So she made fish ponds and kept fish in there. So sometimes to me I was finding it fun. I want to be like those things, the slippery ones, you find them in the show and don't they felt nice. Then she had people would order those things. So that has really shaped me a lot. Like I've seen her expand businesses from something small to something big, and then she managed to upkeep because managed one set to Ayaku school, all my uncles are accountants and stuff like that, and I am as well. Yeah. Still pushing, so she is a strong woman, I must say. Yeah. Even as that now, Nanomba, should give me business ideas and stuff, and therefore so on and so, and I do this and this, and I balance and it always goes a success. Apart, she's been planning on starting fish farming and stuff like that. She's trying to expand that area. I'm like, I know it's a good idea. We can discuss more and then we can see how we can help each other. So I've gained so much knowledge, vast knowledge from how to run businesses at an early age. Yeah. And how to manage multiple businesses. Because if you've seen how I juggle things, today you see me, I'm juggling shirts, tomorrow I'll be phones, the other day I'll be printing shirts, the other day even finding a patch, the petama shirts, now we chat like that, we work. And it's removed that laziness in me. I feel if you don't put in effort, you won't get the bread. Yeah. So it's helped me a lot. I would balance, I would be in school, na inuka ko school, na am town, I'm not my client. After town, I go into production. How do you manage all that at the same time? It's just time management, because on the school part I do it at night mostly. Then if I know the kakos are doing quite easy, events they are mostly in school. Often September, December. Okay. Yeah, I mostly just read from home, read. Then I study from home, work. Then the production part. By then, before I never had employees. I just started having employees, which was like last year. So I'll do almost everything. Now I'll dot my shirts, I'll dot my phone covers, na printer, na in a bag. And it's those baby steps that kept shaping me into the person I am, you know. Now, taking you back to you being in Soloisi, I believe your grandmother was creative, right? Yes. What inspired you a lot about her creativity? Her being a woman. Looking at how things are going these days, the girl child these days, most of them, I'm not saying they're lazy, but most of them have this mentality, I'll be given, you know, and then with her it was just different. She was like, I'll provide. She kept juggling from this to get creative with this other thing, to make sure Amalia, fiance and stuff like that. So I feel women have to engage more into such skills. It's not like there's school for you know what I mean? There are so many talented. I've seen so many young ladies, which is actually a good sign.
What are some of the things that you saw right there in Soloisi, apart from your grandmother, other women do that you were impressed with?
Okay, Soloisi is a town that's full of mostly, I would say, people do farming a lot. Okay. And then most women, it's just vast knowledge that you get from the streets. It's that town where so many women are not even educated, but they're making a fortune rather than just stay home and stuff, just waiting for a man to provide. You know, so that's one thing I love about the town.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're creative people.
So you growing up in Soloisi, you know, where you're at the farm, you were, you know.
But at the farm, online, I was lazy. I was always that lazy child, I must put it in this way. You find I soaked for 6 hours. I thought they were trapped in me. I wouldn't even lie. It was worth it. But otherwise, I could even everything better, but it was worth it.
Would you say at some point, some people are not proud of what their parents are doing? Maybe the parents are doing amalasha, and which is part of our culture, right?
Yeah.
And when they ask you like, so you what that was go on no doctor, then you learn that amalasha. Were you proud of what your parents?
Yeah, on my end, okay, it was sometimes would be a shy moment, you know, because I was at a convent school, so you have all your classmates, dad, babama, pilot, my accountant, what. Then you are there, your grandparents are retired and stuff like that. But sometimes it would be a down moment. Sometimes when they see you, someone won't even lie. Sometimes I walk too much, not to tumbua pa mema house. Yeah, I'm at distance. Back to him, Kudia. West Ngawak no, Shago tumbua, so it's a phase in life. But one thing it has taught me is you shouldn't be shy of where you come from. Never know what's in front. By the way, it's not your fault you're born in such a situation, but it is your fault if you say, so always think outside the box and capitalize where you can and make something and branch out.
That's powerful.
Yeah.
That's powerful. At some point you stayed in Kabwe. Who was in Kabwe?
My mom. I met my mom at a later stage. Then in Kabwe, mom was a tailor, then dad was a soldier. So whatever even there, I learned a lot, mostly from my mom. She's also she's my grandma's first child, so she's also hardworking. Also, I remember way back, bits advantage on the educational part, but she's also into business. So I feel there's vast knowledge in her as well. Whatever sometimes transport money will be a bit hard. Yeah. So valuable cars, 05 Vache Fiat Matraus, just like that. Then Vapanko something to give her transport for lunch and stuff like that. And we survived off that. But she's a good talent. Yet not really at the point, but with time I'm sure we'll empower everyone. And
now Kabwe is Kabwe, aka the broken human, you know. The silver mining silver railway. What did you notice about Kabwe that was different from Soloisi?
Kabwe, the population, the demographics, there are not so many people. Business is quite hard in Kabwe, I won't even lie, because the few people. The town, Gawalendam town, unless at the markets and stuff. So I feel business is quite hard in Kabwe because of the number of people who are there, because business is supposed to trade. And then I feel that it's the population is quite low to support many businesses. So
what business are actually there? What is Kabwe known for, first of all? Because Gawaya Kuko belt is mining, you know.
Kabwe, because about Peter. So there are other names. But growing up in Kabwe, what businesses have I seen? Quite what my shop,
yeah.
Then the few people are into fashion like Lusaka, the few bars.
At some point, akale kwale manufacturing companies, Varisala, right?
Yeah,
there was a glass company there. I think even cotton or something.
Yeah.
So now I believe that you getting into Kabwe, you started, mining your creativity from there. Where did you meet your uncle? Was it in Kabwe or in Lusaka?
I met him in Lusaka when I just completed my grade 12. I had a chance to come stay with my uncles. My uncle was an accountant. He's also Brian, Chanda, by the way.
Oh, really?
Yes, and I've gained vast knowledge from some accounting skills from him as well.
Yeah.
And then my other uncle is from my grandma's side. He was taught my internet cafe, graphic designing. So I'm quite I learned things real quick. So there's a certain point I was like, rather than you just staying home, I'm down in Fina. I'm down in how business is done.
Yeah.
So I would be there sometimes to get work to design. I never even knew anything about computers. So I was just that guy who would just sit looking at what he's doing. Then when it's done, I'll be on the computer again. I'll try to imitate. And I just became good over it. So be like, no, design a logo for this company. Panga company profile, company, pangama invoices, zama receipt books. So I have knowledge of all those things, but you just can't juggle all those things. So that's why I learned the designing thing from it. And I was like, okay, what's the monetary part I can get from this? That's why I designed. I was just making funny designs. I'll put mock-ups on t-shirts, send to friends. People be like, I know it's nice. Try doing shares. So I was like, future. That's how I designed the No Fake Friends. And then
so No Fake Friends is your brand.
Yes.
What inspired that? No Fake Friends?
When I say all my brands, like how I make them, I'll just be on the computer and be like, okay, let me make this. I feel creating a brand is more on the marketing part, not really what the statement. So like, I'm a fake friends vibe back on, so that's why I talk what my friends have known.
Yeah. Now, diving deep into this conversation of branding, and we want to speak into intellectual property. What do you understand by that?
What I understand by that, it's like you need to have all rights when you make something, the monetary part.
Yeah.
Whoever uses it, nobody should use it without your permission. The royalties have to come to you. That's one thing I understand about that. It's like having a patent towards your brand. No one should. There's this thing that happens. In fact, in Zambia, it's common.
Yeah.
People imitate what. And in which that happens, even to my brand, there are so many people that will print and stuff like that. But then, I don't know also, and our Zambian. So I feel the rights are limited to the creators. It's like when you create something, once it trends, everyone will hop on it, and you won't get any revenue off it. If there could be such a thing like, okay, this guy owns this brand. Let me approach him. How much will he charge me for using it? That way the creator can benefit, but those rights are ripped off from many creators, It's like you start something, even if like, I would say the No Fake Friends brand, it's licensed, trademarked and stuff like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, so I can't make it? You can sue me if I do that?
That's where I'll go in. I'll sue you. The money they'll charge that side will be like, I don't know, 350,000. Then you look at the person who's imitating, like, you even feel pity at the end of the day. So that's what I'm saying. It's not taken serious. And then the people imitate as well, I feel they need knowledge about it.
Yeah.
Because sometimes someone will be like, fuck Pusukeda, you know what I mean? When I make this, Narapanguka something, then that's the mentality they have. But on the other side, they don't know the person who created it. What did they go through to market it? How much money has gone in and stuff like that. Yeah. So I feel knowledge has to be spread out about owning a brand and patent rights and what to do when you want to imitate something from someone, how to approach them and stuff like that.
Okay. Yeah. But you in particular, how have you ensured that you're protecting all your brands?
On my end, each time I make a brand, there's always that unique feature that people fail to imitate.
Really?
Yeah. So like on the No Fake Friends
part,
even when I just see those who paid attention to the brand around that, dangerous. Yeah, so I always make sure there's just that simple feature that you fail to imitate. The logo will be simple and plain. There's just that special feature that you know that, okay, this is made by me. And how I've capitalized, I feel when you create a brand, it's not just you make something and you fail to market it to the maximum. Like on my end, I've done I've gone all out, let's say on t-shirts, almost at a point where I'll call economies of scale. Like I'll produce many units at a lower cost than all my competitors. So the imitator will be forced to come order from me because he knows when he tries to imitate, his cost of production won't even match the price I'm selling it. So I'll price my shirts at 60 kwacha. You go buy a plain shirt at 60 kwacha and you'll be out of business.
You can't make anything from there.
You want to sell at 150, so you have no choice. You come through to me, we talk business, I give you an order price, then you go resell. And that's the business I've seen so many young people engaging in. It's really helped a lot. I have different people. I have some friends in Botswana, Namibia. They'll order my brands.
You've started exporting actually.
Yeah, we do. Like South Africa, I do send Namibia, Botswana a lot, and Malawi.
Wow.
Yeah, so if it's the Malawi guys, when you just hear someone speaking Fanyanja in the show, like, boss, you balance them. And the good part about marketing your brand, each time someone will just say a shirt, will be like, this shirt, I've seen it from somewhere. So even you as the business or the person in between, even if you order from me, once you display it where you display it, someone just like, this shirt is for Chanda Brian, and it's market on your end. So about creating a brand, it's not just always looking for who's imitating. Like on the Zambian perspective, on the Western countries, that's a good way you even make a lot of fortune of it. But on my end, I feel when you make a brand, market it to the max. People imitate it, that's a fact. So after you market it, try to reduce your cost of production as least as you can. Those are some of the few tricks that I use mostly. Like I use low cost, I make in bulk things, then I'll just give them out at an order price that even if you try to imitate design cannot fake friends, you just know you'll be on a loss. Yeah. So that's how I've capitalized on the part of people imitating my brand since the trademarks and the patents. It's like they are not.
They're not very much active in the country, right?
Yes.
But what would you say is the process to just protect yourself from having counterfeits out there? For a person like me who's coming up with the real life brand, right? Real life t-shirts and things like that. What did you tell me? How do I protect my brand?
Okay, so the few things that you have to do is first register your company. Then from that,
it's registered already.
Yeah. So my uncle helped me do most of it, but I can remember the process. Then after that, there are more papers that you get, the patent forms that you fill in and stuff like that. Then to advertise your brand in newspapers for like a month. No one claims it, then it's officially yours.
Great.
Yeah. So it's not really a complicated process.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. That's what I wanted to hear from you, man. This was specifically about branding and intellectual property, and you came out with very insightful information right there. But you love music. What iPods do you use?
My favorite are the AirPods Pro.
Okay.
I haven't tried the third generation. Here the new ones, but I just love the AirPods Pro because how they'll fit in your ears and how they'll balance the sound with everything else.
And what's your favorite sound?
In terms of the tunes, I love hip hop.
Yeah.
I listen to hip hop a lot. That's the motivation of hip hop, not just the hip hop. Like songs that talk about hustling and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I love listening to such when I'm working.
Great.
Yeah.
You and I still have a lot of episodes to do together, but for now, we're done. Any last words to a young entrepreneur that gets to be inspired by Chanda Brian?
As I would say, age is just a number.
Yeah.
Where you come from never matters.
Yeah.
What's your vision is more important.
Yeah.
And then I know mostly what brings most people down is like, okay, not like, the Zambian culture. Once you start making it, you have all different family members that want something.
Yeah. Black tax.
Yeah, so it's tax that you can't run away from. Help out where you can. We fire because okay, let me give you a good example. Yes, your business is flourishing. Wapanka 200 pin. Or do that pin wa relatives and stuff like that. But if that 200 pin is from your business, please don't touch it.
Yeah.
Just hustle outside the box, whatever you find. So me on my end, I kept my business separate from family problems and stuff. That way it can be a success. And then the other thing I always tell the young people is reinvest the little that you have. Reinvest, keep growing your money. You make something, reinvest, be consistent, increase your stock levels. I'm one person who started with as low as 8 pairs and I've expanded to as high as 5,000 and I'm still going.
Wow.
Day by day, just keep up with the reinvesting spirit. You'll be able. It doesn't even take you to be 30 years to make your first million, doesn't take you to be 25. Even 18-year-olds want to have young people under 20 already making millions. Gone are the days where you have, you need the specific age to make certain amounts of money. We can do it as well. All it takes is dedication, reinvestment. Then the other thing that's not taught so many people is financial literacy. So many people are behind with how they can use their money, time value of money, how the costing when producing things. So there are all those simple things that are not taught to the young ones. So I feel if people can advocate more about financial management and financial literacy, I feel the young people will be able to manage their money, because lately the fashion I've seen around is when you make money. I was a victim. When you make money, nyotoka, latest swag. So I was a victim in my own life, but then I had different people talk to me. I'm like, okay, you can have this much of amount of money. It's not giving you money. Don't buy it.
Liabilities.
And then come this point, someone just told me, like, if you can't afford to buy something 5 times or 10 times the price, you can't afford it. And that has something that has been going on. Be it Mwakwata, let's say Mwakwata 180 pin. This is not something I'm very lying about. The first thing of that, I auction my cakes. My cakes once kissed the pin. You made 20,000, you go back bottom scratch. So I feel I always work on, if you can't afford it 5 times more, don't buy it.
Great.
If you want a car that's 50,000, at least have 250,000 plus in your account. Each time you buy something, you don't have to feel that pinch at apana spend. But if you're going out with friends, which is a common trade among the young ones, when you're going out with friends, could have a big table, no, that's not the mentality. Having fun is allowed, but overspending is just not it. You just leave yourself in debt. So always remember, before you buy something, afford it 5 times, and then you can buy it. You shouldn't feel a pinch when you purchase an asset that will depreciate and won't give you value at the end of the day.
Wow. If you want to buy something, you should be able to afford it 5 times.
At least 5 times. That's the principle.
That's my pickup
buying
point right
expensive things. If you want to live the flashy life, expensive cars, houses, and stuff like that. At least those things, like cars, are online, the liabilities, you keep putting in money. Maintain. At the end of the month, you evaluate it, it has depreciated, you have less money, and then you lose out. Just be scrapped.
Thanks a lot for according us this time once again to have this conversation. I'm humbled. I know you're a very busy guy, even just to get you on this platform. It's a hassle. But I believe that people have been inspired and they've learned 1 or 2 things. And ladies and gentlemen, that's what we do on the Real Life Show. We bring you the best that you need and the best that you deserve. So see you in the next episode. Peace and God bless you.